Hi all and welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I'm on my way to Copenhagen by bike. I left from the Netherlands and this is day 8 of my solo bike trip. Today I take the ferry to Denmark, which I'm really excited for. I leave from Rostock and I bike all the way to Herbolle, which is around 75 kilometers. And as I spent 7 days in Germany, I was really looking forward to take the boat and go to a new country with new landscapes and a new nice vibe. And I can tell it's gonna be a wonderful day. So let's dive in. Today starts perfect as I had a great warm night of sleep in a hotel, which I really enjoyed. And I started the day with a breakfast buffet, which some of you know I love. So a buffet tour cannot be missed. And yep, there is a lot. And yep, I ate a lot. Oops. After breakfast, it was time to say goodbye to my room and take all of my bags with me. And off I went to the ferry, and honestly at this point I was so enthusiastic and I couldn't stop smiling on my bike as it was beautiful weather. I had a lot of energy due to the good night of sleep and the breakfast, and I was just so excited for the boat trip to Denmark. On my route to the ferry I encountered some road work, but luckily the road wasn't closed for cyclists. Although I must say I left so early for my ferry that I would probably have made it on time if there were a detour. Easily. I left so early because I knew I really wouldn't enjoy this beautiful ride to the ferry if I would only have the slightest bit of stress. So by leaving early I now could enjoy it fully. After biking through a lot of nature, I encountered the first signs of the ferry, which made my smile even bigger. Seeing those signs also confirmed that I was biking in the right direction, which however didn't last the whole route. Overall, I must say the route was quiet and really well indicated. For example, also by these bike signs on the road. However, at this point I felt like I had missed a sign and had ended up at the car road as the bike signs had stopped and there were more and more cars on the road. But just before I felt like stopping and checking my route, luckily the bike lane returned. I find it interesting how fast I, and perhaps also others, can feel like I'm not supposed to bike somewhere. Or perhaps I was also just a bit nervous about taking the ferry. And there I was at the ferry terminal. So after taking some video shots, I got inside the office to buy a ticket. And as I already had read online, if you travel with a bike you cannot buy your ticket by these machines. So you should go to the desk at the opposite side of the machines. So that's what I did, and in just a couple of minutes I had bought a ticket for me and my bike. Which left me with, a lot of time before the ferry route departure, but I really don't mind being early. Next to the office there is this restaurant where I can chill for a bit. But as the weather was beautiful, I decided to sit outside and relax in the sun. In no time it was time to head to the ferry, and as the lady explained at the ticket desk, I could just easily follow the bike signs on the road. Honestly, I must say that arriving at this little box office, at first I thought I had to wait here. But as I saw other cyclists pass me, I quickly found out that I should bike further, so that's what I did. Imagine me waiting there while the boat would have left. No, of course I wouldn't have waited that long. After biking further, I found a spot where we did have to wait and where also some other cyclists were standing, which is almost always a good sign. At this point, smiling was the only thing I could do. And the moment we were allowed on the boat, I literally jumped on my bike. Again, some more waiting, and then I could finally enter the boat. And as there were some other cyclists in front of me, I could easily follow them. Then I locked my bike, got my stuff that I wanted on the boat and went up. Again, following all the others. Once I was on the right floor, the boat had left the terminal and the 2-hour boat trip to Getzer had started. So, time to explore the boat. And as you can see, there are plenty of options to sit and eat something on board. As I love to be on the water, I moved onto the deck pretty quickly to see us moving further and further away from Germany. I literally could look at this all day long. Crossing this mega boat and being on my bike for 8 days, I was dreaming a bit about being on a luxurious cruise trip like that one. Having really left the mainland, I walked to the back of the boat and enjoyed the views a bit more. Standing there, I felt so happy as I was on the water, and it was also nice to have a break from the biking. Time to explore the inside of the boat. One of the first things I crossed is this all-inclusive buffet, which was, as you can see, really empty when I was there. I do think it was open though, but perhaps it was just pretty expensive. After the restaurant, I found myself in these duty-free shops like I was at an airport. And there was so much chocolate. And of course, alcohol. And more chocolates. As I had explored the ship, I decided to sit down somewhere and give my legs some rest before jumping on the bike in Denmark. While enjoying the views from my spot inside, I caught up some writing in my journal. Then I ate something, and before I knew it, Denmark was already close by. So I of course again went outside to enjoy the last bit of the boat trip to the fullest. And while I was standing on the deck, I was enjoying my last bits of my cheese sandwich. And you might already guess what happened then. Yep, I got attacked by a seagull right after I finished my last bit of the sandwich. After I laughed out loud about this surprising moment, I heard the speaker say that we were almost there, so we could go back to our vehicles. So with refreshed energy, I left the boat and started my journey in Denmark. And as I had biked through Germany quite a lot, I was really excited to continue my adventure in a new country. Following the other cyclists, we got off the boat, and once we had passed the fence, everyone went on their own path again. And where that path is bringing me, you see in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and as usual, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. In the next video, you see part 2 of day 8, where I'm going to bike to Herbolle. See you there.